I went back to Amsterdam for another street photography POV. I figured it was high time to revisit this city, and now it's almost autumn. It means that there's a high chance of rain, which means that there's also a high chance of puddles on the grounds, which is great to use to your advantage to get some reflection shots off, which is always a great result. And also I just like revisiting places that I've been to before to see if I can get different shots, think of ways that I can capture the same place in different ways, but also just to see the same place in different seasons, different situations is always a nice challenge for yourself. Alright, let's get started with this simple shot very near the central station here. We've got the floating restaurant, we've got the cathedral behind it, the birds in front. It's a nice and simple shot, but you need to warm up your photo skills. Alright, this boat or ship is also kind of cool looking, also nice and easy. Trying to get a different angle of this ship. I just like the look of it because it's an older ship, but I kind of want these other boats in front, maybe. Like a modern boat in front, so you have like a foreground, but also just like the difference between like the very modern thing and the old thing, I suppose. Kind of like it. It's nice and easy. Alright, so I took another shot. It's a little bit more of a street shot. I like it. Let's try to get the central station in the shot. Maybe use this as a leading line. Always looking for opportunities to get some foreground leading lines. Alright, speaking of foreground, we can use these bikes, which is very, very Dutch, to frame the central station with something in the foreground to make it a little bit more interesting. I kind of like these bikes being in front of it because it's so Dutch, very typical. Also, it's just nice, like a nice frame, almost. Alright, then these houses also very famous. A lot of people are around here trying to take photos, so might as well. But I kind of want to make it more interesting than just these houses. The houses look good, but let's try to figure something out. So I'm focusing on the buildings and I'm just trying to get some people in the foreground to make the shot more interesting, because I think it adds something. Usually you're probably trying to get no people in front, but I think it works. Alright, so we've got trams here, we've got cars, we've got, of course, a lot of people on bikes as well. So I'm just trying to get a nice layered shot with all of them. This guy in orange works very well for that. Alright, and of course we can't miss out on the canals. So just trying to get an easy shot here of the boat and the little bridge. Nice and simple. But I feel like we can do it a little bit more interesting. So let's try to get like a bike wheel in front of it. Just again, because it's very Dutch, but also because a foreground just really helps to add something to a photo. And I try just to think out of the box, to be honest. Alright, this boat is a little bit better, but the other one was so dark, so it didn't really stand out. So again, we're trying to get a shot through this bike, because I think that might work. It might look really good. I just try to go for interesting angles. Just trying to do something different. I kind of think this shot works. You know, it makes it more fun than just looking at just the boat in the canals, I think. Alright, then again, I'm just taking photos of these canals. These buildings look very nice in the sunlight. Maybe wait for the boat to come in frame as well. Not very special, but it works. Then this building looks great, but I feel like we've got the red of the boat and the red of the jacket. That works very well. Just trying to get a subject in there. Alright, now we got another subject coming in, like a little boat sailing by, which works perfectly for this shot. There we go. Alright, also there's a puddle here, but I think it might be a little bit too windy to get a good reflection shot. Still, we'll give it a shot. Try to see if it works. It kind of works, but not very clear. Alright, more canal shots. Trying to get a little bit of these plants in the foreground, although they might be a little bit too thin to actually show up on the picture very well. Still a nice shot. All right, then this actually has a nice view at the end of the canal. The tower is pretty cool to look at. So let's go for a simple warm-up shot. But then again, I'm gonna use a lot of bikes here, guys, because that's just very Dutch and also very like Amsterdam. There's bikes everywhere, and this bike is actually very nice because of the blue, stands out very nicely. Doing something different with the framing though, because this frame of the bike just really works. A little bit wider. I think that's actually a really cool shot. Alright, let's use the bridge itself as well as a little bit of foreground. This you can use anywhere, I guess. Any bridge. Alright, then the sun is slowly setting here and there's this little bridge which looks really cool. So I'm just gonna wait for someone to be on the middle of the bridge. And then we got a pretty cool shot, I think. Alright, we got this tram, we got this cool building in the background. Some people on bikes. Yeah, I kind of like this shot. Feels very Amsterdam to me. Alright, we're here at the Rijksmuseum. Which is a very cool building. Trying to get some interesting shots with this like fence. Trying to frame it in the fence itself. Just to make it more interesting than just taking a photo of the building. But the real goal that I'm here for, you'll see in a second. Let's try to get this building as well. Sun is hitting it very nice. But the real reason I'm here is these arches look very cool. But also now there's a puddle here. We can get a very nice looking reflection shot with like the arches and hopefully, yeah, like a cyclist in there. So I'm just gonna spend some time here, take as many photos as we can. We've got the empty frame. Might as well get that. And then these people in the foreground. Nice with the color. And then basically I'm just spending some time here to get the perfect shot. Getting people right in the middle. And hopefully like a single subject. Yeah, this is... I like it. Let me know what your favorite was. Alright, then the best reflection we're gonna get is this, just of the whole building. I mean, I really like this shot. It looks great. The building looks great, but also this reflection in this big like puddle works perfectly. Alright, then let's try to get more reflection shots, because that was a little bit of my goal today. You know, usually I'm a lot of the foreground guy, but this time trying to get some reflections in as well. Doesn't quite work for this one though. This is just a nice frame with the trees and the yellow jacket. Stands out really nice, so let's try and get a nice photo of this. Alright, second attempt of getting this reflection of this building. The yellow line works very well as well. This works a little bit better. Alright, we got this nice little street, and then we got this tram coming in as well. Let's try to frame it nicely. There we go. I think we even got someone in the foreground. Might even make it better. And then again, this tram coming here. Trams are just always nice. Alright, another tram. Older model, I think. Oh, bikes as well. Yeah, that works. That was it for this POV. Let me know what your favorite photo was down in the comments below. And if you want to see more POVs, click the playlist on the screen. And I'll see you next time.